what you expect when you make a trip to West Africa. So
Okay.
with me here is Clark Caesar. Some of you might know him. He's my partner, and he has been really helpful. He's a nice guy, very great guy. Caesar, introduce yourself. Caesar, introduce yourself.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm Caesar, right? I'm a Caesar. I'm known as KingCease. All right.
From
Look,
where?
uh,
From
I'm
where?
originally from Chicago. Right now I'm
Okay.
in Miami. Right. I'm kind of based in Miami right
Okay.
now.
Okay. For some of you who don't know, Caesar just was in Lagos for 2 months, and he really loved the experience, and he has been wanting to come back. He calls Lagos his home. Can you imagine?
Absolutely. I was going to get to that, but go ahead.
Okay, so many of us just want to come to Africa. Many people have reached out to me for the summer group trip in June. Yes,
Hmm.
for those of you who are just hearing it, this is Black Pilgrimage Tour, and what we do is we help people of African descent all over the world to visit the motherland. We try as much as possible to make these group trips hassle-free and a lifetime experience. That's what we do. So we'll be helping with some of these tips, especially for the first timers. This is your first time to visit. Yeah.
Do
So
you hear that?
what
You.
is
I can hear
echoing?
you.
Okay, okay. I try
Why
using
does it
my
do that?
what's that?
Why does it echo? You don't know?
I don't know. That should be a problem from the network.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so we'll be saying a lot of things, and I'm just hoping that this section is very interactive. So Caesar was in your shoe if you're someone who if you are preparing for this trip to Nigeria. So
Yeah.
Caesar was actually in your shoes like some months ago. So he's going to be putting you through like in the pro like the what it had to take before he came here. Then myself, I will be helping you out with what you expect when you come to any country in West Africa. So Caesar, I think you would start first, and I would pick up from there.
So, what should I share with these people?
Yeah,
As
people
far
people
as
want
like,
people want to make this trip to Africa, and it's something they've not tried. Africa is it's a world on its own, like you said. It's a different world from what they've experienced before. It's not like going on a trip to an European country. It's a different
right.
world, different people, and everything. So, what should they expect? Preparing everything, the process, the embassy, everything.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know if you was talking about mentally or as far as just like getting there. Want me to tell them what to expect to get to West Africa? I mean,
Yes.
okay. So, I just made a video today,
Oh,
like 5 minutes ago, telling people what to pack if they
okay.
come into West Africa. All right. So if you want to see everything, I feel like you need to pack. I'll put the video in the comments if I can figure it out. But I'm gonna share a few things right now. So
Okay.
you come into West Africa. Well, I got to speak for Nigeria because that's where I've been. You
Okay.
need to come with an unlocked phone. I didn't know that you needed your phone to be unlocked, but if you go to West Africa, you gotta have to get a West African country SIM card. In order to do that, you need to use an unlocked phone. So if your phone is still under contract, that's not gonna work for you. So that's one
Oh.
thing you need to bring. It's quite important, right? Um, like I'm honest. I'm being honest right now. It's like you probably want to bring some snacks too. Like I'm glad that I brought. Remember I brought all them snacks.
Yes. Yes.
All right, this stuff is necessary. Don't act like it. No, this that was good. I was happy I brought
No,
some
it's
snacks.
very necessary, very
All
necessary.
right, okay. So snacks would be a good thing to bring. Your power bank, of course, so you can charge your phone because
Okay.
West Africa got this NEPA issue, this power issue, and stuff just cut down sometimes. All right. Um, back your stuff up to the iCloud if you have an iPhone.
Okay. Before
Make
or
sure your
after?
storage before. This is about preparing to go to West Africa
Okay.
because
Okay.
the network in many West African countries, probably all of them, it's not the fastest, so it's not strong enough to back your stuff up to iCloud. So I was
Okay.
struggling with that for like 2 weeks. So do that before you go. And also, you might want to bring like a first aid kit, your medications and stuff. I
And
don't
you
want to tell
brought
you
the ones
exactly
you
what to
brought.
bring, but huh?
You brought the ones you brought didn't work too fine for you, like
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, they didn't
Now
work.
share
The
your
African
experience with
stuff
them.
worked better, but I mean, I was glad it was better than having nothing. Or like if I ain't have you to take me to an African drugstore, it would have been even worse. But yeah, that's a few things. But like I said, if you want to see, because the video was like 30 minutes long, I don't want to just talk about what to pack. But I'll put the video in the comments where I'm talking about more stuff you should bring. But those are like
Yeah.
the top
So
five
yeah.
things I would say. This echo is getting on my nerves.
Yeah. Do you
It's
think it's
very
on your
distracting. I ain't
part?
gonna
Do you
lie.
think it's from me or from you? The echoes.
I honestly can't say.
Let me try my head. Let me try my. I just pray it doesn't make that noise.
I think it's from you
Okay.
though, because every time we get on here, but I don't know. It's all good. Just keep going. But just know I'm hearing everything twice.
So how's it now?
I hear you better. I don't know. Just
Okay.
keep going. I'll let you know.
Okay. You are talking. Like we're listening to you. I was really. Those are very very useful points you actually stated.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you think so, because I'm really like suggesting this stuff. Like for real.
I
Even though I
was.
said snacks, I'm serious. Bring you some snacks. You'll
Yeah,
be
it's
happy.
very necessary. It's very necessary.
Yeah.
You don't want if
So
they don't want to try kuli kuli.
huh?
If they don't want to try snacks, Nigerian snacks like kuli kuli and gari,
Yeah. I mean, they can try it, but you're gonna be kind of
is
homesick. You're gonna miss a lot of the American stuff, and snacks is something easy that you can bring. You know.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another thing, I mean, budget. You want to do a good job budgeting. Like I say, prepare your money for what you're gonna spend for the day. Like have a money, however you budgeting, have a budget for each day, and stick to it as best you can. So some things, I mean, of course, you go spend your money how you want to spend it, but some things that you probably going to spend money on is, of course, your shelter, your food, transportation, and I mean, honestly, we gonna be giving, right? I'm expecting people to give, and even if you don't give out of the kindness of your heart, if you go into certain locations, Area Boys is going to make you give, so you might want to add that into your budget as well.
Okay,
So,
can you just share with us
and
your
have you an emergency fund. But I mean, like I said, you can spend your money however you spend it. Just budget. You know what you
okay.
were saying. I'm sorry.
Can you share your experience? You just talked about the area boys. Like, who are these people? What did it feel like? Is there something like that similar in America? Like the area boys.
Um, it's really not nothing similar. The only thing similar to an area boy is like a bully in grade school, like somebody who demands you get them your lunch money, stuff like
Okay.
that. So area boys are these people. Correct me if I say something wrong, but
Oh,
they these people who kind of like they have a turf, they have a spot, and it's their turf. So if you go
okay.
over there and you're not from around there and you're trying to do something, like even if you're not trying to do, like in my case, I was recording everything. So if I'm doing that without permission, it's like I gotta, they call it settle them. I gotta pay them some money. You know what I'm saying? It's usually not a lot, but still, it's like they ain't gonna leave you alone. They're not gonna let you do what you want to do until you settle them. But they even be collecting money from like the taxis that go through there, some of the regular people that just, the local people. But basically, they these group of men, and it's like you got to pay a tax to do whatever you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Ah, okay.
they ain't really gangsters. They kind of
Eh,
have manners and polite sometimes. They just the boys of the area,
we don't
just
think
to
so. We
say.
don't think they have here. We don't think they have manners and polite like they say.
When we was in Makoko, the dude was like, "Good evening." I'm like, "Why he being all?" You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like our thugs out here, they ain't courteous and none of that stuff. Like they be giving you change back. The area boys give you change back if you, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's some structure to it. But
Okay.
That's it. That's
Okay.
all. That's
If you are joining us live now, please would want you to share, because we'll be saying a lot of things and we want more people. Since we're doing it on our page, we didn't do much publicity for this.
Is
Yes,
it
we didn't
possible for me
publish.
to comment? I'm trying to share my video.
I'm not sure you can share your video right now until you
I got it.
go back. Yeah. So for those of us
Boom.
live, welcome on another section of Back to Africa. So actually, if you're here, you can drop an emoji to show you are here, and also share on your page to get more people on this live. Okay, so we still have a lot to talk about. Coming to Africa, like I said, Africa is a whole new world, and it's different from what you experience in America. It gives you a new feeling. So, Caesar, when you were preparing, apart from these things you just talked about, like your visa preparation, your flight, and all that, how were you able to? What was the process like? I know you've said this in your YouTube video.
Hmm. The
Yeah, but
visa and everything like that.
yes, your visa, your flight, and
The flight, all that stuff. All right. So the first thing I suggest is to get your passport. That's probably the easiest thing besides the
yeah.
flight.
At this
Well, the
point, I
flight,
expect everybody who's going to be on the trip to have their passport already, like for
yeah,
June.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But just to run through it quickly, you go to the post office,
Okay.
get the application, fill it out, give it back to them. They're gonna set an appointment to interview you. At the interview, they go like, take your No, I'm sorry. You get your passport photos from Walgreens or CVS, and then you bring that to
Okay.
your passport interview. They go take your fingerprints, stuff like that, and they will mail you your passport like 4 weeks to 6 weeks. All right.
Okay.
So after you get your passport, you should then apply for your visa on the Nigerian embassy website. I made a video
Okay.
about that. All the links is in that video. But you apply for that visa, the application, okay? And then once you apply for it, you're gonna have to print out the application. You're gonna have to print out the receipt that you paid
Okay.
for the visa. You're gonna have
Okay.
to schedule your appointment for your visa. All right. Now, when you
Okay.
schedule the appointment for the visa, it's only in like 5 different states in the United States where you can go do that interview at. All right. So I think
Okay.
it's in. Let me see. It's one in California. It's one in New York, Washington D.C., Atlanta, and Houston. Those are the ones I can think up off the top of my mind. All right. And you have to book it ASAP because it's like a waiting list. You can't just show up one day and think you're going to be able to take the interview. Like, you got to pick a spot, and you might have to wait
Okay.
a month. All right. So,
But I think it's actually visa on arrival. That's why you had that issue with that man. Like when you come to Nigeria, it's actually visa on arrival. You get your visa when you get to Lagos Airport.
you think that's not what happened to me? I didn't get a visa on arrival. My visa was in America. I,
Okay.
yeah. They like when I went to the airport, they just checked my visa and they asked me, how long you gonna stay and everything like that. But visa on arrival is a thing, but that's not what I had. You know?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That was a very important and very useful information.
Yes, I made
So
a video on that too. You should watch it if you're
yes,
interested.
yes, everybody should watch it.
You
Yeah.
should, because I'm more thorough. But yes.
Okay.
And the plane
So
tickets, I ain't mentioned the plane tickets. The prices of the tickets of the flights is going to change throughout the year. So what I did, I created a Google alert. I just went to Google Flights, you know, and I picked my airport that I wanted to depart from and where I wanted to go. You can set an alert. It's going to send you reminders every time the prices change. The lowest I seen last year was probably like $700 for one way. That's probably the lowest. Well, I probably seen lower than that. I don't remember, but around that point. But it can shoot up to whatever. But I say a good price to get to Nigeria from America is probably $1,300.
okay,
Round trip.
1,300. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. When I checked, it was less, like 900 and 1,001.
Is that going? Is that round trip? Is that there and back?
Yes, round trip, yes.
Oh, okay, that's good. I ain't see that. I wish I did.
Okay, so that's for preparing to come to any country in West Africa, but Nigeria typically, because it was actually in Nigeria, Lagos State precisely. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah,
This
I can
just
hear
broke
you.
out. I don't know what happened to this. It just
It's
stopped.
better with that thing. It'd be like static. I still hear this echo too. Gotta figure
Okay,
that
okay.
out.
So what to expect when you're actually in Lagos State? Like I said, it's a different world on its own, and you expect a lot of things. Usually, it's advised that it's recommended that you travel during during the dry season.
I'm gonna say why.
No, because in America you say winter and summer. Here we say dry and rainy season. We don't use the
Hmm.
word summer. Summer is not too popular with the people. We just say rainy. And so this at this point, it's not rainy and it's not entirely dry, but it's like warm. It's like sometimes it's rain, but not that kind of heavy showers. So it's best to travel when it's actually dry, because in some places in Lagos State, not some, most places, depends on where you will be at. They have to deal with the issue of flooding. Yes, it actually floods a lot in some places. Lagos is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, so those are things we have to deal with from time to time. Okay, so you travel during the rainy season, the dry season. I keep saying the dry seasons. Then also dress right. Yes, especially for the ladies and also the men, because Nigerians are very, not just Nigerians, West Africans. We are very religious people and communal people. It's not like America where you have to mind your business and just everybody's looking at you. Are you dressing this decent? You can't just, there's
So
some kind of
okay,
yes, there's some kind of clothes you should not wear in some
like
places.
what? Like what? I'm gonna let you say it, or
Revealing,
unless you want me
if
to
you have
tell you.
like very revealing clothes, you should not go to places like the local market. You could go to the mall, you could go to the the centers and all that. But if you'll be going to where the local people are, places like the market is just a typical example. It's not advisable. You
So
might
can you wear two? Can women wear tube tops? You know what that is?
what's a tutor?
It's like you know. It's like oh shit. It's like your belly show, and it don't have this. It's like a tube. You just slide it up, and it just cover your breasts.
No, 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 no,
So it's like your shoulders exposed and your belly button exposed.
no. Don't try
All
that
right.
in Lagos market.
Can they show their
You can
cleavage?
actually you can
What
do
if they
that at
shirt
the
just kind
mall.
of come down?
You could do that anywhere, but you see the local markets. If you want to be with the local people, many of them are actually uneducated and they just don't want to understand. We are very religious people, Christians and Islam, Muslims, and all that. So we take
Hmm.
these things very seriously. So it's just best to dress decently if you're going to the market. But if you be at the hotel, at the mall, every other place, you could dress as it pleases you. Then also, let me just put it this way: bribing is a way of life in Nigeria. I know of Nigeria, Lagos State, like you said. You have to bribe and pay for almost almost everything. So he knows what I'm talking about. He had his fair share of it, and he was like, "Why? Why do I have to pay this?" But it's very normal here. You have to pay and pay. Sometimes you just have to tip. We call it tips.
That's why I said add that to your budget.
It's a
That's
very
part of
bad habit. It's a very bad
the
thing you have
spending
to do
thing.
in Nigeria. Okay, then another thing
Yeah.
about Nigerians. Nigerians are very welcoming, you should know, because Nigeria is the major is our focal point right now. We are very welcome. Nigerians are very welcoming people, but we have our flaws too. So there are many things you need to put into consideration. So now there's another point I have here is you need to get better exchange rate for your dollars. You need to get better exchange rate for your dollars. When you go out, there are all these what we call, there are some men who are the roadside, the black market. Those are the best people for you to exchange your money. because you have more, and you have to bargain, you have to negotiate, unless you might be cheated. So when you go out this way, it's best to go with someone who can interact with the locals in the local language. The truth is, when you speak as an American, we spot that very fast. And a typical average Nigerian just believes that this Americana has money, you came with dollars. And we believe dollar is way much more than Naira. So you came with money. So it's always best to move with someone, you move with a trusted person already. What else? Don't take pictures in markets without permission. You might get a hostile response. I know you didn't try it. Really, we were mostly doing it on the streets, but not like in the market. You never tried that for once. It would not have been too good.
In the market?
Yes.
We didn't do that?
No, we only used the drone, and when we tried it, it's cost.
Oh, you're talking about in the middle part of the market.
Yes, just taking it and moving around like, no.
Oh, okay.
You can't do that.
Okay, I did it with my
you might
3D camera.
You might get your phone smart. Yeah, you were using that. You were using your stick camera, so they
Yeah.
didn't know that. And they were even still
Right.
curious. What's that? Is that camera? They didn't know what's that. But if you be going this way with your phone, that's going to give you some very hostile attention from everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty much anywhere though.
Sure?
People, most places, if you got a nice phone, you just gain attention.
Okay,
Why is there a camera? Why are you recording? It's annoying. It's annoying. But no, it's true. It's true.
Okay. Another thing you need to know in Lagos, Ghana has good electricity, but in Lagos, our electricity is not that good. It could just cut out. It's very, very unstable, as a matter of fact. Our electricity in Lagos State. So that's why I said you need to come with your things like your power bank, your charger, and all that. You have to be prepared for this. When you have lights, like if you are not in a place with stable electricity, most of the hotels have stable electricity. But if you're staying with maybe a friend or someone you know who is just living, who has an apartment in Nigeria, you will need to go with things like that, your power bank and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Don't expect hot water shower. Don't expect hot water. Shower twice a day. Why do I say that? You can when you're Lagos could be hot, especially when it's during the dry season. And some parts of West Africa could be really, really hot. So it's very important that you know this. You might need to shower twice a day because going out, the sweat and the struggle and everything you have to deal with on the road, you just need to take that shower again. And you might just find it surprisingly that you might just do away with hot water if you're the kind of person who just can't do without hot water. He had
Yeah.
I can tell you.
So I mean, of course, I'm used to hot water showers, you know, and that was a big thing for me. I was trying to make sure I got a hotel that had hot water. But once I got there, I was there for almost like 2 months. So I actually got used to not having that hot water shower, and I started to prefer it, honestly, because I mean, like you said, it'd be hot. But let me tell you this though, don't think the water is gonna be like frigid cold or something like that. It's not like if I cut the cold water shower in America on, it's not like it's cold. It's more like it's room temperature. So think of a swimming pool or something like that. It's just like normal water. So it's not bad. Most of this stuff not bad. Even she talking about how it's not always like you find a way to manage. Like as long as you got your power bank. Look, I'm gonna be honest. West Africa is not as bad as you would imagine because of all these warnings and stuff. Once you get there, you gonna find a way to manage, and you'll be fine. I stayed for 2 months because I was okay. You'll be all right.
2 months.
Go ahead.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So another important thing is malaria. You need to understand what malaria is. Many people, when they hear malaria, they're like, "Oh, malaria." Malaria is not that. It's not a killer disease, so to speak. It's not as dangerous and as bad as it seems and the media paints it to be. You just have to. It's something you can easily deal with, even when you fall sick of malaria. It's something you can actually treat. Malaria is something, is how I say, it's common in most parts of Africa. But there are ways you can actually prevent it. There are preventive measures. Just take your pills before you come. Or in some places like the hotels and the apartments you stay in, if you pay for your accommodation, most of those places are fumigated. So you might not even deal with mosquitoes because mosquitoes are the major cause of malaria. So malaria is not as deadly as, it's not a killer disease. It's just feel little fever, feel dizzy, weak at your knee or something. But you'll be fine in 2 days, 3 days. It's once you treat yourself. Yeah, so malaria is not as deadly as the media might think it to be. Then again, traveling solo to Africa might get you lonely. If you're traveling alone, some people like, oh, I'll just do solo. You actually need to catch the moment with someone. You need to move with a group. That's why we're actually doing this, and we're encouraging everybody to come with us for the summer group trip on the 21st of June to the 29th of June. I know it's not too late. It's never too late for you to join. And if you're interested, you can actually reach out to us. So that is that. And I don't know who's watching right now, and you might want to ask that there are certain questions bothering you, and you might want to ask. Feel free to ask us. Feel free to ask us. Yeah. Is there something we're not saying, Caesar?
That we're not saying?
Yes. Say.
As far as what to expect when you come to Africa?
All of it.
No, I think that's pretty thorough for the hour that we have. Of
Okay.
course, we're coming back with more videos. I have videos on YouTube, but I think that was pretty much the gist of what people could and should
Okay.
expect.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Next week we'll be having another very interesting guest on this event, live event. He's someone who has been in Sierra Leone for 10 years now. He left America and he got his citizenship in Sierra Leone. He's been in Sierra Leone. He's an American, a Black American who relocated, repatriated, and in fact, he's a chief right now in Sierra Leone. So I'm actually inviting everybody, share this link, make us go viral. Please, we're begging you. We want more people to actually watch this. We're spending time, when we look and we say, okay, people are actually watching this. It's quite encouraging. So please share, join us, tap on the notification, and to always catch us when we go live. Thank you for being with us. Caesar, I know you've been angry with me, but thank you so much for coming, and thank you. I really enjoyed this. Those are very useful tips and all that. So everyone, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.